the next question I have for you is, what was your biggest breakthrough in property sourcing or property investing in general, and how did you discover it?
Okay, yeah, biggest breakthrough was there's actually two light bulb moments that happened during. I mean, I had little cogs go on at the time, you know, drop into place along the journey, and we all do. I mean, I still get little cogs dropping into place now, because I don't know everything. There's the first one was the HMO, which I realised that the cash flow on a HMO was a lot more than a single. I must admit I don't do HMOs anymore, but the time when I needed the cash or I needed cash flow quite substantially, the HMOs brought in the cash flow. That was the first one. The second kind of breakthrough was that I think I had two properties at the time. That was my first two, and I met a lady, and she was doing she was building her own house, and with her husband, and she'd finished this house, and the idea was to sell it for profit, and it was a huge house. It was a kind of an L-shaped thing in a country village up in Durham in the northeast, and it was 5 bedrooms. I mean, the kitchen was huge. It had 24 spotlights all around the place. This was in 94, 95, when spotlights weren't really in kitchens. We still had strip lights in 94. So it had these massive, you know, these great number of spotlights around the kitchen. It looked really, really nice property. And I went to see the property because she couldn't sell it. And as soon as I saw the property, I thought, I know why I'm not selling it. It's because it's too nice for the village. Because it's a kind of pit miner, you know, a pit village. The old mining villages, the mines would build little villages for the coal miners to work in, and there'd be kind of, you know, blue collar type stuff or working class type villages. And she'd built this massive house in this big you know, pit village, and so it's too good for the people that live there, or too expensive for the people that live there, and the people that could afford it didn't want to live in the village, if that makes sense. Over a glass of wine, I said, what you could do is you could knock a bit of it down and build a bungalow, and then you've got 2 houses to sell. I mean, they're both smaller, but you've got 2 houses to sell. And I'm not. And I've got pictures on my iPhone. There's no word of it. Like, gospel truth is that 12 weeks later, she'd knocked half the house down, and she had built a bungalow in the grounds.
Oh, wow.
And when I went to see it, I thought, this is if she can do this. She wasn't a house builder. She was a property person, but not a house builder. She wasn't a developer. But she'd knocked half of this house down and built a bungalow out of the same bricks.
Wow!
It was just a pivotal moment. I thought, crikey, you can do anything with property. It's just fantastic, and that was you know, that was my thing. Yeah, that was my breakthrough moment. That was my light bulb moment. I was then a property person full time. I was there.
Great. Okay. All right. So